Quiet down and listen up. Tony is talking.
Katz here. Thanks for watching this episode of Tony is Talking. Markos, the founder of dailykos.com, which is a very, very popular left-wing blog and website, recently was on radio talking about his new book called American Taliban. And in this book, based on the interview he did, he is going over a litany of right-wing offenses and trying in vain to compare the American right, which I have to assume includes conservatives and libertarians and Republicans and independents and moderates. And he's comparing them to the Taliban. I kid you not. That's the premise of his book, based on his words. And I took some notes from the interview so I can go over some of the things he says about the American right. What he says about you. That you want to eradicate gays. That you're fetishist about guns. That you're hostile towards freedom of religion. That you view violence as a solution. You want to impose theocracy. You are anti-women and have weird hang-ups. Weird, bizarre hang-ups about sex. That you are vicious. That you are hostile to our culture, to education, and to science. It seems that the good Markos is involved in a lot of deflection these days. I take these points as I can one by one in no specific order. The right wants to eradicate gays. It's a lie. And Markos, you are a liar. The right doesn't want to eradicate anything except radical Islam. And you know what? We're right. Of course we're right. Radical Islam, when put into power, is going to kill every gay man and woman in America. Hands down, no question about it. If you don't believe me, take a look at what happens in Iran. Of course that's what's going to happen because that's what they believe. You might find Christians in America who don't believe in homosexuality. They may think it's a sin, but they're not trying to eradicate anybody. Gay America has been able to live in America free for as long as I've been alive. And the days of the out-and-out hatred and bigotry are wonderfully long behind us. And yes, we can all continue that trend into the future. But the right wants to eradicate gays is just a nonsense lie being perpetrated by nonsense liars. That would be you. Let's continue. Fetishist about guns. No, sir. Markos, listen, right here. The belief that you should have a gun, that you are entitled to have a gun, that you have the right to bear arms, the Second Amendment, doesn't make you a fetishist about guns. Our founding fathers weren't fetishists. They had just fought a war, and they knew they had to defend themselves. The difference between the right and your leftists is that you are unwilling to defend yourself. You won't do it. That doesn't make us fetishists. You're the ones who are unwilling to defend yourself because you don't, in your words, see violence as a solution. Nobody wants violence. Nobody wants war. Nobody says, oh, something happened, let's go kill 1 million people. That's not the way it works. But violence sometimes happens. Violence exists. And war sometimes happens when there are no other solutions. We're not fetishists because we believe that you must defend yourself. You are the fetishist because you're unwilling to do so. Let's continue. Impose a theocracy. Well, that's just a straight out lie. Anti-women. You're the ones who attack Sarah Palin. You're the ones who have dreams about raping Michelle Malkin. You're the ones who try to shout down and jump the stage anytime Ann Coulter appears anywhere. We're the ones who are anti-women? How ridiculous. And what is this about bizarre hang-ups with sex? I love sex. I'm great at sex. I don't think it's bizarre. Well, there's this thing, and I had to get some extra supports in the ceiling. Anyway, they are hostile to our culture, to education, to science. The people who are hostile to education are those people who think a history book should be written by Howard Zinn. A history book should actually include real history. It shouldn't include fantasy. That we are hostile to science? What's the hostility to science? That the majority of the right doesn't believe in embryonic stem cell research, which has been proven many times not to be as effective? A federal judge just blocked the ability for the federal government to support and to actually put money into embryonic stem cell research. Blame the courts. But don't say for a second that the right is against science. That just isn't true. Your entire conversation is filled with remarkable lies that are nothing more than Janine Garofalo talking points. But here's the best one, Markos. American Taliban doesn't behead like Islamic Taliban. And then you and the radio interviewer joke that they want to. The level of sick, twisted, and hate-filled in you is astronomical. Not only are you a liar, but this is absolute misleading garbage. There are people who actually read your site and believe what you say. And I'm glad I had this moment to expose you and Daily Kos for the liars that you are. And by the way, you want to talk to me about it? I'm right here.
Listen to the Tony Katz Radio Spectacular Monday through Friday on the All Patriots Media Network.